Hi everyone, my name is Heidi Hurtado and I'm in the Diversity and Social Work program. I wanted to share with you all what the supportive space has meant for me. While I found that I've had a safe space to share with Lori and Scipio and my fellow interns in the Diversity and Social Work program, when I ventured out of the room into shared spaces, I've found that I've experienced microaggressions on numerous occasions, which has made Ackerman feel unsafe for me. And I plan to continue with the externship program, and I was concerned that I didn't necessarily feel comfortable approaching people to ask for guidance. In the supportive space, I've found mentors and colleagues that are more knowledgeable about race and that know also what it means to be a therapist of color in the field of family therapy. And I'm very appreciative of the supportive space because it provides for me a sense of belonging.
My name is Rebecca Edens, and I just completed my first year of Live Clinical here at Ackerman. I wanted to share why the safe space, the supportive space, was so important to me. I remember as an intern, when I was walking around the building, I would see these flyers on the wall that said, like, come to this meeting, you're welcome if you're a person of color. And I remarked to my co-interns how just seeing these flyers made me feel like I belonged here. I think being in the building and experiencing and hearing about from my fellow intern so many microaggressions, both like in the hallways, in the shared spaces, and in class, it made me think that Ackerman was doing the work that it needed to do to be an inclusive space. And so that was just seeing the flyers. It really changed my view of my place there and of the work that I could do there. Later, when I actually attended the meetings, I discovered that there was a difference between the way that race was talked about in these meetings and the way they were talked about in class. I felt that in class we used a deficit model where we spent a lot of time either like remarking that race was present and not quite knowing what to do with it, or being worried about saying the wrong thing with regard to race and how to interact with people who were people of color. But in the safe space, I learned that there were ways to use myself and who I was and my race in a positive way and in a revolutionary way where I could bring who I was to my clients and learn another way to interact with my race. I think on top of that, this continued sense of like, there's a place where you can go to have a sense of family, I think was really important. And so those two things are what I really value about the safe space and things that I think make it important and a necessary space.
Hi, my name is Kalela Gums, and I would like to tell you a little about my experience within the supportive space at Ackerman. I started my journey at Ackerman as part of the Diversity and Social Work program and graduated from the externship program in 2013. I enjoyed my experience here at Ackerman, however, I felt as though there was something missing from my learning experience, especially during the last 2 years of the externship program. I would often leave the group on a Thursday evening feeling angry and frustrated. This was mainly due to the microaggressions within the group. I did not find the group to be a safe place for me to express myself. As a result, I became silent within the group. The supportive space was developed towards the end of my final year. From being part of the group, I was sadly able to see that I was not alone. I also realized that I was not crazy or overly sensitive, as this is how I had started to feel. I was happy that I was finally able to find a safe place at Ackerman. Even though I graduated from the training program, I continued to attend the supportive space as an alumni to provide support to the current therapists of color. I would really like to thank Walter for investing so much time and energy into making this group a success. Thank you.
My name is Marissa Moore. I'm a first year extern. I really value the supportive space for the safety that it's created. The biggest thing that I take from it is the chance to talk about some of the discomfort and challenges that I felt in the program. A lot of the challenges I felt were around discussions around race and locations of self that happened in the classroom. I would look around and see a startling lack of diversity in the staff and in my classmates, and I would just wonder, is this a place in which I could speak? And if I did speak, would I be the spokesperson for diversity? And that's something that made me uncomfortable. I really didn't want to be that spokesperson, but I didn't want to be quiet either, so I was left with this kind of discomfort. And I didn't know where to go with that. And this space has been a chance to talk about that and not feel so alone.